Hey guys, Typh here, and today we are doing another story time. First things first, before we get into the video, I want to apologize for not uploading for I believe 10 days. I had finals and my mom banned me from my computer because I had to focus on finals, and I still have finals going on, but today I was allowed to go on the computer, so I decided to record a story time for you guys. Also, another thing, I apologize for the horrible PvP and gameplay in the background. This was from like a while ago, a week ago. I don't know, about a week and a half ago. That goes with the song. Sorry. And it's really bad because one, my mouse was broken, and if you can see, it takes me forever to open chests because my right click mouse button thing was broken. So it would, like, I'd have to click it like 20 times for it to register. As you see right here. Oh, actually no. Okay, that chest was like okay, but anyway. So yeah, that's why the gameplay is horrible and all that stuff. So I'm gonna get into the actual story time. This story time is about when a runaway girl showed up at my house. I know that sounds weird, but it actually happened. So I was on Discord with a bunch of friends one night. I was with I think I was with Puppy. If you guys know Puppy, she subscribed to me. She watches my videos, and if you're watching Puppy, Italy. But we were on Discord. And I told her that I would be there for like a good hour. I said I wasn't gonna leave, and I feel so bad because I ended up leaving because of what happened. So I hear a knock on my door, and it's like 10 at night. So I'm like, who would knock at my door at 10 in the night? Especially because we live like in the country, sort of. It's like, what the heck? Like, why? I don't get it. Okay, so I say, Puppy, I'll be right back. I'm going to quickly go check the door and see who's there. And I was just about to get up, and my mom got up, and so I'm like, okay, whatever, she'll get it. So I sat back down. I'm like, okay, I'm back, never mind. When my mom opens the door, I can hear like wailing, and I'm like, what the heck? And I turn to my right, because the door's to my right, and I see this girl like crying in hysterics, and it's raining at this point, so she's like soaking wet, she's crying, like everything she's wearing is wet, and I'm like, what the heck, like what's happening? So I was like, okay, Puppy, I gotta go bye. And I couldn't even, like, I didn't even say a proper goodbye because I was like so freaked out about what just happened. And so like I kind of go like to a room where she can't see me, but I can hear her, and my mom, and she was like, oh my gosh, like I got in a fight with someone and I ran away, and like they dropped, actually I think it was more like they dropped her off and like left her behind because they got in a fight, which is really like, no, I believe it was like her stepmom or something, but that's stupid. Anyway, so we let her in, and we offered if she wanted drinks or a towel or anything, and she was fine because I mean I believe she was a grade or two older than me, so she was like 16 or 17, and so she was kind of like awkward around me, like, oh my gosh, this younger girl is like helping me, this is awkward, like I don't like this. But she didn't really care at that point because she was just crying so much. Like she cried for about an hour. She was just crying and she couldn't talk, and she tried to explain what happened to my mom, but she was crying so much where she couldn't, and it was a really freaky situation, and my family didn't know what to do. So basically my dad, like the one who knew what to do, was like, hey, can you call your parents please, like that's what you need to do. And she was like, my parents are on vacation, I can't. And so we were like, okay, well, who can you call? And then she's like, I'll call my brother. So my dad gives her his phone, and she calls her brother, and my dad was like, can you put it on what do you call it, can you put it on speaker so we can all hear? And then she was like, okay, cool. And then she put it on speaker, and the brother was like, hello. And then she was like, hey, this is me, it's me. And then he was like, oh, okay, where are you? And then she was like, oh, I'm at blah blah blah. She gave them our address, and then he said, okay, bye. And I was like, okay, for one thing, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but she at this point she said that she has been running around trying to find a house that had lights on for about 8-9 hours. Like she's been gone for a long time, and her parents didn't know where she was. Her brother didn't know where she was. So you'd think if she called her brother would be more concerned, because her brother was just like, okay, you're here. Like he was annoyed that she called him in the first place. Like he would have been happier if she didn't call him. So he was just like, whatever, like he didn't care that she's been missing for like 8 hours. And I was like, what the heck is wrong with this guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is wrong with you? So I was like getting pissed at this point, and then I just left the room because I was like, this is too awkward. And so we have a conversation. After a while I come back, I ask her if she wants like hot cocoa. She doesn't want any. We have a conversation, we talk about our schools, and she goes to school really close to me, so I wouldn't be surprised if I ran into her another time or whatever. So we were just talking, having fun, you know, being cool and stuff. We talked about school, we talked about friends, we talked about like our favorite activities, like if we like to do art or whatever, and all that stuff. And it was pretty awkward because I was like trying to be really nice, but then it was awkward because I'm like, you know, you ran away from home and all this stuff. It was like all crazy and I didn't know what to do, you know? So then after about an hour or so, her brother gets here. And I'm like, okay, well, he's here. Hopefully he shows some type of concern to redeem himself. Like, you know? And freaking, oh my gosh. His brother knocks on the door. And I'm like, okay, hi, brother. How are you? And okay, for one thing, I'm not trying to, like, bash him. But his hair was unkept. His shirt was all, like, ripped up. And he was muddy. And I was like, okay, cool, I guess. And then he's like, come on, get in the car. And then he doesn't even look at us or say thank you. And then the girl's like, thank you so much. I probably would be starving. I mean, you know, I would be like, who knows what could have happened. She's like, I heard wolves. Like, you know, I could have been kidnapped, something. I was so scared. Thank you. And she was very, like, happy. And she thanked us. And the brother was just like, get in the car right now. Like, he was pissed. And also we were like, okay, well, we don't even know if we want her to go with him because, for one, the way he looked, and then she kind of seemed like she didn't want to go with the brother. And another thing is she did have, like, bruises all over her, so we were just like, was the person who left her alone and left her in this situation to come to us abusing her, or was her brother abusing her? So we were just kind of like, you know, we don't really know but it was her choice overall, and my mom gave her number just in case. We just said if there's ever an emergency or you ever need a safe place to get away from anyone, you know, just call us and we'll pick you up. We'll try to help you. That's what we did. I guess, yeah, I don't know, it was so weird, but her brother just was like, get in the car, and so she was like, thank you so much, and then they left, and the brother, he didn't even say thank you. He didn't even look at my dad. He didn't look at me. He just said, get in the car. Like, he was pissed at the sister. And I was like, wow, that's kind of, I mean, what type of brother is that? I mean, you're not even concerned and then you're mad at her? Like, even if it was her fault that, let's say, she ran away. Let's say it was her fault that she started the fight. Wouldn't you still be worried if she's been missing for 8 hours straight? Like, I don't care, like, if let's say my brother, I don't care if he, like, you know, did something super horrible and ran away. If he's gone for 8 or more hours and no one knows where he is, I would be freaking out. Like, I don't care. So yeah, that is the story time. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to be trying to upload a lot now, just because summer is coming soon. It's only in like 2 days for me. Summer is in 2 days for me. My school's weird, sorry. And also because I need to upload more. It was not my intention to upload so little. I'm sorry. I tried to, once I snuck on and I tried to, but I couldn't get a recording. For some reason my commentary was horrible. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.